Hi, it's me, Dr. Prasad Pudilam. Continue my classes for first PUC +1 chemistry, unit 12 organic chemistry, class number 7, electron movements in organic reactions. So there are electron movements means electron displacement, and when electron displacement is equal to say electron displacement effect, there are mainly four: inductive effect, resonance effect, electromeric effect, and hyperconjugation. We will discuss one by one. This is class number 7. So inductive effect, which is also written as I effect. When a covalent bond is formed between atoms of different electronegativity, the electron density is more towards the more electronegative atom of the bond. Such a shift of electron density results in polar covalent bond. Say example electronegativity, if you say fluorine is more electronegative than oxygen, and this series the decreasing order is given like that. And last one, that is metals. Okay, this is the decreasing order of electronegativity. So if two atoms or molecules when they bonded with a covalent bond, and if any one of the atom is more electronegative, say example carbon and fluorine, if you consider, fluorine is more electronegative, far more electronegative than that of carbon. So such cases, the electron density will be more towards the electronegative atom. That means in the case of fluorine and carbon, if they form covalent bond, more electrodensity will be there towards fluorine. Okay, this type of effect is known as inductive effect. Okay, so we'll take the example of chloroethane. Chloroethane, the inductive effect can be represented like this with a headed arrow in the middle of a carbon that bond formation, whatever line that we write, that is to represent the bond. We have to again represent a headed arrow to show that which side the electron density is more. That means the electron density is more towards chlorine. When carbon density, the electron density is moving towards chlorine, the second carbon also will be affected with that, and even third carbon also will be affected, and after that it diminishes. Okay, the inductive effect is there till the third carbon atom. After third carbon atom, inductive effect is very minimum, or we can say that there is no effect of that particular inductive effect. So when chlorine gets more electron density, it becomes partially negative charge, and obviously carbon will be partial positive charge, and the next carbon also will be having little bit the positive effect, partial positive charge. Third carbon atom becomes partial positive charge. Okay, so it can also be represented like this: CH3 CH2 Cl with a more which is darkened here to represent that the inductive effect is more in this particular bond. So the inductive effect is related to the ability of substance to either withdraw or donate electron density to the attached carbon atom. Okay, so here this is attached carbon atom actually. So here the electron withdrawing and electron donating groups I am representing. So this is the electron donating group. Actually CH3 is the electron donating group here, but here the total itself is donating here. And Cl minus, that is electron withdrawing group. So electron donating group or EDG, they are having plus I effect. Okay, therefore inductive effect can be classified into plus I effect as well as minus I effect. The group which donates, donation always we consider as a positive case. So it is positive, be positive like that. So if a group donates electrons, then we call it as that group is having plus inductive effect. Like alkyl groups, methyl or ethyl groups considered as electron donating groups. More examples are given here with their inductive effect, plus I effect in decreasing order. So consider from right side, CH3 group, methyl group. If one hydrogen is replaced with the CH3, it becomes ethyl group. So ethyl group is having more plus I effect than that of methyl group. Propyl group is having more plus I effect than that of ethyl group. And further on substitution of more substituted molecules will be having more electron donating effect. Likewise, if the second hydrogen of methane, if it also replaced by CH3, that is, then it will be a tertiary carbon atom as a secondary carbon atom. Then also the inductive effect will be even higher than that of this whatever given examples. Okay, so that about plus I effect. A group which donates electron in a molecule having inductive effect, that we call it as having plus I inductive effect. The electron withdrawing group EWG having negative inductive effect. Say examples, a group as well as atoms which shows minus I effect are ammonium ion, NO2, alkyl sulfonate, sulfonic acid, aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid, acyl chloride, amide, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, hydroxide, alkoxy, amine, amino group, aryl group, that is 6H5, benzene, benzyl group, or even molecule with a double bond. So this is the molecules which shows minus I effect and their decreasing order. That means if these molecules are present in attached to another group, these molecules always try to pull electron and it takes the electron density. The next effect, that is resonance effect. Before explaining resonance effect, we'll see the resonance structures. To explain resonance structure, the best example, that is benzene. Benzene is a hexane with alternate single and double bonds. So this is the molecule which represents benzene. So some people have the tendency to write the benzene structure like this. So here the carbon having double bond, here carbon single bond, likewise alternate single and double bonds representation. Usually we write as for benzene while writing some chemical reaction and that. Whereas some people, they write the benzene structure like this. They have the tendency to start giving double bond to the left side, carbon. Okay, so here if you see the earlier carbon, here it was carbon double bond. Here it becomes carbon single bond. Here it is carbon single bond, whereas here it becomes carbon double bonds. Okay, so therefore we can say that some carbon bonds are double, some carbon bonds are single bonds. So they are not neither double bond, they are not either, they are not double bond or single bond. So we can say that if you see, calculate the carbon distance or bond length, we can say that in case of benzene, it is uniform, throughout uniform. There is no single bond or double bond. All these carbon bond length are uniform, that is 139 picometer. Whereas if you consider only carbon single bond, that is 154 picometer. Or if you consider carbon double bond, then it should be 134 picometer. Therefore here neither 134 picometer nor 154 picometer. All carbon bonds are equal and having 139 picometer. That means we cannot represent benzene molecule either as case 1 or case 2. We have to combine these two, and that is the representation with a circle inside the hexagon. This should be the actual representation of a benzene. Okay, therefore these two structures we can see as the resonance structures of benzene, or which is also known as canonical structures. So the resonance structures or canonical structures or contributing structures are hypothetical and individually do not represent any real molecule. So this does not exist as such. This is hypothetical. So theoretically we can say that it is not possible. It is hypothetical. Okay. So they are not present as such. The actual molecule should be represented like this. But these are contributing. These two structures are contributing towards the stable structure of benzene. This is the stable structure of benzene. These two are the canonical structures of benzene. So because of these two structures, or because of these two bond formation, like this alternate single and double bond shifting, the benzene is stable. Okay, that we'll discuss in higher classes. So resonance structures, another example that is given as nitromethane. Nitromethane, here nitrogen forms double bond with one of the oxygen, whereas it forms single bond with another oxygen which is having a negative charge then. Okay, there will be a possibility of shifting the electron density of oxygen because it is less stable. Negative charge is there. The electron density can shift here, forming a double bond here. When it forms a double bond here, this electron will try to shift to oxygen. Okay, so we'll be getting this structure. So again, it repeats. This will contribute back, forming a double bond here, and this will shift here, forming a negative charge. Okay, so these two structures are not the actual structure of nitromethane. Actual structure of nitromethane, these two are the contributing structures only. Actual structure of nitromethane, we have to represent like this with a partial positive charge to nitrogen. There is no full positive charge. Partial negative charge to both oxygens. Okay, so this is the actual representation of nitromethane. But while writing chemical reactions or simple cases, we will be writing these any one of these two structures. So these two are actually canonical structures or hypothetically given structures. So they are the resonance structures. Okay, so the structure which is having the lowest energy or which is having more stability. More stability means their energy will be less. That's why they are stable. Such structures we call as resonance hybrid. So in the case of benzene, this is the resonance hybrid. In case of nitromethane, this structure what is represented here, that is the resonance hybrid of nitromethane. So that is about resonance hybrid. Now the energy. The energy difference between the actual structure and the lowest energy resonance structure is called the resonance stabilization energy, or simply we call it as resonance energy. That means the difference between the actual structure and the lowest energy resonance. That difference is known as resonance energy. Okay, so here one example is given to represent the stability. Okay, a molecule, an aldehyde molecule, it can also be represented aldehyde molecule with a double bond here. Okay, so because of that presence of double bond, when these bonds break here, this pi bond can shift. Therefore, a movement is possible. Electron movement is possible because here it is again alternate single and double bond. Here, double bond is there, single bond is there, double bond is there. Okay, therefore we can represent this molecule as CH2 plus CH double bond C single bond OH with oxygen having a negative charge. Or we can even represent here it with one more electron density shifted and becomes negative charge here and a positive charge here. So these structures are the less stable structure than that of the first one. So writing resonance structures. So when we try to write the resonance structure, we cannot write the resonance structure as we wish. Shifting the electrons wherever possible is not the right way of writing the resonance structures. So while writing the resonance structure, we should consider that same position of nuclei should be there and number of unpaired electrons also should be same. The total number of unpaired electrons in the molecule should be equal and position of nuclei should not be shifted. Okay, so among the resonance structures, the one which has more number of covalent bond, all the atoms with octet electrons, carbon having octet means it can occupy atoms can occupy maximum of 8 electrons in the outermost orbital. Exceptional case is hydrogen, which is duplet, can have 2 electrons, then also it is stable. Less separation of opposite charges. Separation of opposite charge means positive charge and negative charge. If separation is less, a negative charge or a positive charge separation is less, and more dispersal of charge, then it is more stable structure. Okay, so when we consider these two structures, case 2 as well as case 3, case 1 is more stable because here there is no charge separation as such, and all these conditions are satisfied, and we can say that case 1 is more stable than that of the other two. Then resonance effect. Resonance effect is defined as the polarity produced in molecule by interaction of two pi bonds or between a pi bond and a lone pair of electrons present on an adjacent atom. The effect is transmitted through a chain, that means a molecule having conjugation. Conjugation means alternate single and double bonds, and these molecules atoms are present in a same plane. Then this type of effect is possible. Okay, it is possible with a pi bond as well as even with a lone pair of electron. Pi bond means these are the weak bond between two unpaired p orbitals. Unpaired p orbital means two free electrons are there. Same way, lone pair of electrons means again two pair of electrons are there. Okay, therefore it is possible with this type of molecules having a pi bond or with a lone pair of electron present in adjacent atom. That means conjugated state. There are two types of resonance or mesomeric effect. which is designated as plus R effect as well as minus R effect. Okay, so this case also there is a polarity is produced. Charge separation cases are charge separation is possible with this effect. Say positive resonance effect plus R effect with that of hydroxyl, benzyl or phenol. Here the electron movement is represented like this, and these structures are contributing towards the structure of phenol. And finally we have to write the benzene molecule with a circle inside the hexagonal shape, and the oxygen is also not having a full positive charge or negative charge. We have to represent like that. Okay, so here OH group, hydroxyl group is having plus R effect because it is giving molecule. Okay, and another structure which is giving the negative R effect is nitrobenzene. Okay, phenol is an example for plus R effect, and nitrobenzene is an example for minus R effect. So we see in detail. So here we can see this plus R effect of hydroxyl group, how it comes. This lone pair of electron we can shift here. Okay, so this arrow mark like this represents that here it forms a double bond. When it forms a double bond, then this carbon's tetravalency will be disturbed. Therefore, this pi bond has to be broken, or it will break, and the electrons will go to the next carbon atom. So the electron movement will be like this. Electron displacement can happen, and here it will get a double bond and positive charge to oxygen because it will lose electron, and this carbon will get a negative charge. The carbon where the electron density is more will get a negative charge. Now this negative charge can move like this, or these electron negative charge means there are excess electrons. Those excess electron can form a double bond here with the next carbon atom. When it forms a double bond here, then this pi bond will break and the electron density will go to the carbon atom, next carbon atom. Therefore, he will be getting a double bond here and a negative charge to the next carbon atom. Now again, this negative charge means that is electron, more number of electron. This electron can form a double bond to this carbon-carbon such that this double bond will shift, or the electron density will go to the next carbon atom, giving a double bond here and a negative charge at this carbon atom at this particular point. Now again, this type of movement is possible. A electron can move here and it will move back. The electron density at CO will be moving. The extra electron density due to the pi bond on CO will be moving back, and this positive charge also will be neutralized, and we'll be getting a double bond here. Okay, so this is when you double bond, that electron density is gained back to the oxygen. So this is the these are the resonance structures of phenol, and they contribute towards the resonance effect, and this is a plus R effect, plus resonance effect, because the electron density is going to the away from that. So you can say that plus R effect and minus R effect examples are will be giving. So here plus R effect examples are given. Phenol as well as aniline both shows plus resonance effect. In this effect, the transfer of electron is away from the atom or substituent group attached to the conjugator system. So this is the conjugator system. The benzene ring represents the conjugator system, and the electron movement is from the atom, which is atom or group of atom attached to the conjugator system. Here it is phenol. Sorry, here it is hydroxyl group in case of phenol, and NH2 group in case of aniline. Electron movement is away from the atom or group of atom. Therefore, we call it as plus R effect. So this electron displacement makes certain position in the molecule of high electron density. Okay, we see in the example where the carbon atom getting negative charge with in case of phenol as well as in case of NH2 also. Few cases we can see there is a high electron density. So example of molecules or atom group of atoms which when attached to a conjugated system shows plus R effect are halogen, hydroxyl group, alkoxyl group, NH2 or alkoxy, COR, NH2 group, NHR group, NR2 group, NH2, NHCO R group. Okay, so these molecules can show plus R effect. Minus R effect, the molecules which in which the electron movement is towards them. The atoms or group of atoms takes the electron density from the conjugated system, then we call it as minus R effect. Okay, the molecule which the group of atoms which forms minus R effect as hydroxyl group, aldehyde group, ketonic group, cyanide group, nitro group. Therefore, benzaldehyde, where aldehyde group is attached to benzene, shows minus R effect. Nitrobenzene shows minus R effect. Next topic, that is electromeric effect. Next type of effect is E effect. The organic compound having a multiple bond or double or triple bond shows this type of effect when it is present, when an attacking reagent is present or in the presence of an attacking reagent. So plus inductive effect we see, the inductive effect we see, which is between two atoms through covalent bond having electronegativity difference. Resonance effect we see in which it is due to because of the presence of a conjugated system. Conjugated means alternate single and double bond cases or even lone pair cases. Electromeric effect, that is when there is a multiple bonds, that is double bond or triple bond present in presence of an attacking reagent. There will be a complete transfer of the shared pair of electron. So this is a temporary effect only in presence of attacking reagent. You'll see, take the example, positive electromeric effect. 5 electrons are transferred to the atom to which the reagent is attached. Say example, this is a molecule with a double bond. When a molecule atom, positive charged atom comes here, that is H plus comes here, the pi electrons will be transferred to the atom of which the reagent is attached. The hydrogen want to attach to this carbon atom, then the electron movement can be represented like this. Okay, the pi electrons will move to carbon atom. When the pi electrons comes there, then the hydrogen can come and form a bond here. Okay, that is represented like this. So when the pi electron moves to the carbon atom, here it forms a bond, CH bond. The positive charge will be neutralized because the electron density is given to hydrogen, forming a bond there. Then the carbon will be the first carbon atom here, or the second carbon atom will be getting a positive charge. It will get a positive charge. So we can say in presence of an attacking reagent, the shifting of electron density of pi electron takes place. This type of effect is known as plus E effect. Say next example, that is minus E effect, negative electromeric effect. The pi electron transfer is away from that group of the atom to which the attacking reagent is getting attached. Okay, so here cyanide group want to attach to the carbon atom. Therefore, electron movement will be away from that of the carbon where the reagent want to attach. Okay, so cyanide group want to attach to carbon atom. Therefore, the electron displacement will be like this. So arrowhead is not so proper here. So electron movement will be like this. Okay, to this oxygen. So cyanide group will go and attach there. So oxygen will get a negative charge here because extra electrons are going near oxygen. There is no molecule which forms a bond there. Therefore, oxygen will get a negative charge, and this cyanide negative charge will be neutralized here because it forms a bond with the carbon. So this negative charge or this electron density forms a bond with the carbon. This electron density of pi bond will be shifting to oxygen. Okay, so this is the formation of the molecule. Okay, so that is plus E effect and minus E effect, that is electromeric effect. Now the last electron displacement effect, that is hyperconjugation, which is also called as no bond resonance, because while writing the structures, the different structures, we can say that we can see that there will be no bond between carbon and hydrogen. Okay, that is the word no bond resonance. So hyperconjugation is a general stabilization interaction. It involves delocalization of sigma electrons of carbon hydrogen bond of an alkyl group directly attached to an atom of unsaturated system or an atom with an unshared p electrons. Okay, so here an example is given, that is an unshared p electron, a positive charge is there, electron movement is represented like this. Okay, okay, so finally we'll get these type of possibilities are there, and the positive charge will be little bit neutralized, not completely neutralized. The effect of positive charge, or the positive charge will be shifted to the hydrogen atoms also. Okay, therefore the total effect of positive charge will be less. So we'll see the example. Okay, so that particular example only taken here. So a positive charge is present here. Therefore, there is a possibility that this hydrogen CH bond, not possibility, it's actually happening in that molecule. So this bond or this electron density can shift here because a positive charge is there to neutralize that. Okay, therefore this is the electron movement. It should be curved arrow when you write. The curved arrow should write. Okay, therefore a movement of electron bond here. Therefore here it forms a double bond, and this positive charge will disappear. Then hydrogen will lose one electron. It will get a positive charge. So you can write a structure like this. Hydrogen with a positive charge, carbon-carbon forms a double bond. Now this double bond, if it goes back here, or if this CH bond tries to form a bond here, that also possible. That means here even this carbon hydrogen can also share that positive charge. That means if this goes back, actually it should come first. This goes back, or it forms a CH bond because hydrogen H plus is not stable. When it moves back, this CH bond can shift here. Okay, thus creating a molecule like this. Here there is no bond between the second hydrogen and the carbon atom. Hydrogen will get a positive charge, a double bond is formed. From this, even we can say that this shift here, not this one. Okay, so it shift here, the pi bond shift here and forms a CH bond. Then the third CH bond can shift back, forming a double bond. Okay, then it can be represented like this. There is no bond between the third hydrogen and the carbon atom. Okay, positive charge, and there is a double bond. And this molecule here further the pi electron comes back and will get the actual structure. Therefore we can say that the positive charge here, it is shifted to first hydrogen, the second hydrogen, third hydrogen, come back to the carbon atom, and again this possibilities continues. That means the effective positive charge on this carbon is not as such full positive charge. It is shifting to the other atoms, other hydrogen atom, because of hyperconjugation, and it becomes a little bit stable. Okay, so even a positive charge comes to a carbon atom, it becomes a little bit stable because of this particular effect, which is known as hyperconjugation or no bond resonance. It is also possible with free radical. If a free radical is formed, a carbon free radical is formed, so if there is a dot is here. Okay, so a free dot means dot represents free radical. So if free radical is formed, that can also be stabilized in the same way. Same way it can be stabilized. What is given explanation for that positive charged carbon. So free radical also gets stabilized with hyperconjugation. Same explanation, same structure, only positive charge in place of positive charge, there is a free radical. So these structures also, hyperconjugation also stabilizes the free radical. Hyperconjugation also stabilizes a carbocation. Okay, therefore the stability of some of the carbocations or free radicals can be explained with the hyperconjugation. If the carbon containing a free radical, the next carbon, if it is CH3 group, it will be contributing. If we have instead of a hydrogen one more CH3 is there, then that free radical molecule will be more stable. If the second hydrogen also substituted with CH3, so CH3 here, CH3 here, then that particular molecule will be even more stable. Therefore, stability of free radical as well as stability of carbocations with substituted alkyl groups can be explained with the hyperconjugation. So this is the class for first PU at present. That is +1, electron movements in organic reactions. Thank you very much and have a nice day.